Hello all. In this session, I'm going to explain about green energy and also the concept of sustainable development. This will be under fifth module. Okay. So, what is green energy? So, the green energy will be like green energy is to design or to use the processes or the product in the way that reduces the pollution. For example, if I want to give the uh, example for green energy, suppose we are all using the vehicles, that fuel vehicles, maybe two wheeler or four wheeler, definitely it is harmful for the nature. Why can't we use a simple bicycle for the transportation or movement of to move from one place to another place? So definitely it is very good to the nature. That is a green engineering. Okay, and also it promotes a sustainability and minimizes the risk of that human health and also environment without sacrificing many economic viability and efficiency. And also green engineering embraces the concept that decision to protect human health, and also like commercialization will be more, design and commercialization will be more. And green energy, the concept it is to protect the human health and environment. That is the main motto of green engineering and can have the greatest impact on the cost effectiveness when applied early. Okay, here in the figure you can see like in which ways, many ways are there, but I just came up with only the four figures, like how that green energy is spoiling the environment. I mean the green energy, so how the many technologies are spoiling the environment. So we need to go for a green. That green energy we have to develop in all the way. Then only we can protect our environment and we can utilize for our we can enjoy the nature, we can enjoy our environment for in the future. You can see in this figure like four figures are there. One is that wireless radiation and hazardous air pollution, heat radiations from electronic devices, industrial solid waste, everything which is harmful to nature in a different ways. So we'll see the characteristics of the green energy. The green energy processes and products like holistically use systems analysis and integrate environmental impact assessment tools. We have to decide and we have to analyze many rules and regulations and to integrate the environmental impact on the assessment tools, and also to conserve and improve the natural resources which is available in our nature, and also we need to protect that a natural ecosystem while protecting human health and also well-being. To use a cycle thinking in the engineering activities, ensure that all material ensure that all material and energy inputs and outputs are as safe and being as possible, and also it will minimize the depletion of the natural resources. Definitely when we are concentrating on a green engineering, definitely we can protect our natural resources and we can minimize the depletion of the natural resources. Natural resources depletions means like we have gone through with many depletion natural resources, for example water, for example oxygen. Definitely we are all destroying the trees, we are cutting the trees and we are going with many construction of roads, construction of many structures. So definitely there is a minimize of depletion of natural resources, the reduction. So definitely because of the green engineering we can minimize all those things, and also actively engages the communities and stakeholders in the development of engineering solutions, and it creates the engineering solutions beyond the current or a dominant technologies. It improves and innovation and invites to the achieve the sustainability. So definitely it will be coming in one particular area and it is going to save everything. Next one, principles of green energy. So I think in this principle we have 5 types of principles. We have sorry, not 5, it is 12 types of principles. Characteristics 5, if you're writing, that's okay. But for principles, 12 principles, that is very important principles which we need to adopt to save our nature. That is first one, inherent rather than the circumstantial. Designers need to strive to ensure that all materials and energy inputs and outputs are as inherently non-hazardous as possible. That means, for example, the engineers or scientists, those who are inventing anything, so they have to make sure whatever the things they are giving to the society or to the people, so that should not be a hazardous to the environment or any public. And also sometimes inputs means, for example, somewhere we have to construct a uh, what to say, that road construction or any flyover construction, whatever. So for that, some input they are taking from the environment. What input? That means maybe they have to cut the trees, they have to destroy the nature. That is an input means they have taking from the environment. That should be non-hazardous. Okay. And also outputs, for example, the invention is uh, more, and we are all using the cell phones more now. The signal, so output is after invention, the cell phone is came out. That is a result of the invention. So because of that output, definitely many birds are dying because of the signal. So that is the output which should not harm the environment or a nature. Prevention needs of treatment. Prevention instead of a treatment. That means thinking after everything what is the bad thing happen, instead of that, at least we have to take a decision and we need to protect the nature. Design for separation and purification operation should be designed to minimize energy consumption and material use. So separation and purification should be there while we are minimizing the energy consumption, and maximize the efficiency. Products, processes, and systems should be designed to maximize mass, energy, space, and time efficiency. So, if you are maximizing your products and processes, the system should be designed and to maximize the mass, energy, um, the space, and time efficiency will be more. Next, output pulled versus input pushed. So same thing, I think this is same as the point one. The products, process, and system should be output pulled rather than the input pushed. So instead of like taking the help of the nature, the output should be more beneficial to the nature. So in such a way the engineers or a scientist should invent anything. Conserve complexity. Embedded entropy and complexity must be viewed as an investment when making design choices on recycle, reuse, or in the disposition. Conserve complexity is embedded entropy. That means like complexity must be viewed when investment is making in design. Whatever the design we are making, it should be in the form of, okay, maybe in the future we can recycle that, again we can reuse that. In such way the project should be taken. Durability rather than immorality. Targeted durability, not immorality, should be a design goal. Whatever we are designing, whatever we are inventing, we have to target on the durability. Whatever we are inventing, like destroying the nature, at least it should long last for minimum like 80 to 100 years, more than that. So it should durable and meet the need and minimize the excess. Whatever the need is there, we need to stop till that need. We should not go to excess. Design for unnecessary capacity or capability, like solutions should be considered in a design flow. So how much the expectation we have or the availability of the resources we have, we need to restrict everything and we need to invent within that. Minimize material diversity. Material diversity is like multi-component product should be minimized or to promote disassembly and value retentions. Minimize material diversity means that's what whatever the materials we are using, it should not harmful to the surrounding. And integrate material and energy flows. Design of any products, processes, and systems must include the integration and interconnectivity with some available energy. That should be designed. That should be designed for a performance, commercial afterlife, and renewable rather than depleting. Material and energy inputs should be renewable rather than depleting. So whatever the input we are taking, I mean the person who is inventing or an engineer, uh, they have to be material and energy inputs. Maximum they have to utilize the renewable one, so that the input or whatever he wants to take the help from the nature, that should be energy input should be renewable always, rather than they should not concentrate on which is in the depleting state. Okay, this is about what is green energy, characteristics and principles of green energy.